Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Good. I had an energetically trying day yesterday. Has anyone ever had one of those? Anybody else? Yeah, okay. And when I walk through the doors here and I step into this haven of peace, and I am greeted by all of you with your embraces and your love and your kind words. My heart is so full already this morning, and we haven't even done anything yet. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lending your presence and your energy to this experience that we call unity. We're so glad that you are here. There was a fun little movie out in the 80s called Romancing the Stone. Anyone remember that movie? Well, James and I are going to talk this morning about romancing the spirit. So stick around, those of you that are online. That's what we're going to be talking about this morning. Hey, we just finished up our auction this week, and it was you may recall that we announced that it was kind of an experiment. It was a test to see how an online auction would function and how it would work. And we're so pleased to announce that we brought in $1,600 extra to our coffers this month. Yes. So thank you to all of you who purchased something online, who did your bidding. We hope you had a good time with it. We learned a lot. We'll probably be doing another one at some point. But we're just really grateful for you lending your energy towards that fundraising event. Speaking of fundraising, we have another one that starts today that's kind of focused on your vacay plans. Anybody planning vacay in July? Well, you know, it's always nice to have a little extra money in your pocket for vacation time, right? So we're starting a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $10 a piece. You can purchase one after church if you'd like. We'll sell them all month long through June. And then on July 2nd, we'll do a drawing. And whatever the pot has grown to, the winner will take home 50% of that to put towards your vacation plans or whatever it is that you want to put it towards. But we could all use a little rest and relaxation. And someone came to, or I was speaking with someone this morning, they said that life has been hectic, and so they came here this morning to get some peace, right? So this is a place of peace, and we all need that, don't we? We all need that from time to time. Speaking of peace, did you know that diversity is an important aspect of what we do around here and what we believe in and what we promote? So important, in fact, that it's printed on those wonderful laminated sheets that are in the pockets of the chairs. Why do I bring that up? Because, of course, June is Pride Month. And we celebrate that here, and we recognize that. But, you know, we celebrate and recognize diversity in all of its forms. So this is our diversity statement. If you haven't read it in a while or you haven't read it at all, here it is. Hold this. We recognize and honor the divine within us as the one common denominator that we share on our human journey. The living heart of unity understands and manifests its support of this divinity by recognizing there is inherent good in all people. Unity Worldwide Ministries, its members and affiliates, including Unity of Greenville, welcome with love all people in every form of God's creation, regardless of how that creation presents itself. It is the intent that unity organizations are inclusive and non-discriminatory. We honor all components that contribute to the diversity of community. We affirm and support unity principles and programs that manifest diversity in our teachings, our policies, buildings, and within our communities. We are resolute in walking the course of human rights and social justice for all. Can I get an amen? So we want everyone in the community of Greenville and beyond these borders to know that we are a haven of peace and we are a safe space, right? We are a safe space. Hey, did you know that today something very special is happening? In addition to being here this morning, we have Daniel Namad this evening at 6 p.m. all the way from Los Angeles. Here for the very first time. We're so excited. We sing his music all the time. Some of us have his albums and listen to him all the time. And so for him to actually be here, lending his energy and sharing of himself with us, we couldn't be more excited. So if you have not purchased your ticket for this evening, well, it's not really a ticket. If you haven't made your arrangements to be here this evening, you can do that today. If you're online, you can do it through the website at that event, or if you're in the building, you can write a check if you want. It's $25 suggested, but no one is turned away, so give whatever you can. We'd really love to have a good showing, a full house, just to show how much we appreciate what he brings to the musical community. I need a vacation. Let's take a breath. You know, I've been changing as long as I've been alive, and will continue to evolve as long as I live. I make room for the person I'm becoming through releasing, which is an important part of my spiritual practice. Just as I would not fill my closet with clothes that no longer fit, at least not intentionally, I do not fill my life with beliefs and ideas that no longer reflect who I am and who I am becoming. Regular releasing creates space in my life for new things to come in. It is my way of remaining open to possibility, of welcoming new opportunities, of keeping myself in the flow of life. Releasing is also a powerful way to live my faith. I trust I am moving in the right direction and release items from my past easily and with gratitude for the role that they played in my life. Psalms 51:10 reminds us, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and put a new and right spirit within me." So let's affirm together this morning, regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. Together, regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. And with that, take a breath. And Reverend James.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Do you feel like standing up? Let's all stand together. How many like to sing? All right. I just want to say thank you to all of the brave souls that are sitting toward the front. I don't know why that people don't sit in the front row. But we thought, we'll take away the front row. We tried that once. And then they didn't sit in the second row. So we thought, we'll just add an extra row up front. And then that way, Anyway, it's good to see you this morning. Are you ready to sing? I sing That's the way, I like it. All right, won't you find somebody to welcome this morning and tell them that they're the best looking thing you've seen all day? Can you do that? That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. All right, give somebody a fist bump or a high five, and you may be seated. All right, we'd like to invite all the children to come down this morning. Come down to the front if you'd like to do that. All right.
Sure, anytime now.
Do we have any children? Ah, hello there. How are you? So happy you're here. All right. We have somebody who can come and sit with her.
Oh,
she's
Carol,
not
thank
you, Carol.
you. And Dory.
All right.
Because we all need to be kids at heart anyway.
There you go. God is.
And
I am. I create. And I pray. And I act. On the truth that I know. God is. And I am. I create. I pray. And I act. On the truth that I know. There is only one God. There is only one love.
Good effort, Dory.
All right, let's say together. We love you. We bless you. We behold the Christ in you. We appreciate you. And we bless those teachers too.
Thank you, Mr. Gary.
All right.
Thanks, gals. Well, you know, one of the things when we were kids that we had a good grasp on was our use of our imagination.
That's right.
How many of you spent time in your yard as a kid, laying on the grass, looking up at the clouds with your friends, making, oh, that's a swan, or that's a rabbit, or right? We were so good at using our imagination.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, let's read some of these quotes here.
Okay.
Joseph Joubert said, "Imagination is the eye of the soul." The eye of the soul. Albert Einstein said, "I'm enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination." Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world.
Robert Fulham said, "I believe that imagination is stronger than knowledge, that myth is more potent than history, that dreams are more powerful than facts, that hope always triumphs over experience, that laughter is the only cure for grief, and I believe that love is stronger than death."
Yeah.
And Alice Walker said, if you fall in love with the imagination, you understand that it is a free spirit. It will go anywhere and it can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one of the 12 powers in unity we talk about a lot is this idea of imagination, which is the color of light blue. Light blue. And it is a power. It is an ability. It is a gift. It is what links the little mind, the physical mind, to the higher mind, right? How many understand that there is a higher mind, a higher intelligence that's kind of put all this stuff together, our Creator? You understand that, right? And so how do we connect with the Creator? Well, we do it through inspiration, through creativity, right? Through intuition. It's an inner process. And imagination is so powerful because it will connect you with the divine, and it will also bring through you what you need to create faith, and confidence, and conviction in your life. Say it with me, conviction.
Conviction.
Are you convicted about your beliefs? Do you know what you know that you know that you know that you know? Right? Just a question.
So many of us have built a life that's a box, right? And if it doesn't fit in my box, I don't entertain it.
Yeah.
But let's pose the question this morning, what could your life look like, your experience look like, if you let the sides of that box down? If you lived outside of the box, what your lifestyle, your career, your relationships, all of that, how might that look if you were just willing to entertain some imaginative ideas that are outside of the box?
Yeah.
Living our lives outside of the box.
Because the box gets crowded very quickly.
Yeah. So, that's
Yes.
a good question to hang on to this
It
morning
is.
as we think about this. Where am I living my life in the box, and where can I expand my imagination to lower the sides of that box? Heck, let's just get rid of the box altogether.
Let's just bust through it,
Let's
right?
just get rid of the box.
Break through it.
Right? Yeah.
Because there are more creative ways to think. You know, when you're in the flow of creativity, time disappears, right? It's the singer that gets lost in the song. It's the artist who is in the painting. And it is a flow. It is a flow. It is you when you're at work and you've done it 1,000 times before. But yet you still embody it and you are consciously present with what you're doing. And then you bring a sense of aliveness to what you do. Because it's so easy. The mind gets old fast, you know. The ego says, oh, we've done this 100 times before. Yuck. I don't want to do it anymore. This is, not good. And the thing of it is, you always want to stay fresh. Let's say it together. I am fresh this morning.
I am fresh.
I am new this morning.
I am new.
Because every time you kiss your spouse, your significant other, you want it to be fresh. Let it be the first time. Let it be the first time. Remember the first time that you ever ate pizza? Right? How wonderful it was!
Wow, we jumped from kissing your spouse to eating pizza.
Well, a lot of similarities there. Both are things you do with your mouth.
Okay.
So, but keep it fresh, Keep it fresh. Keep it new.
Yeah.
We constantly have to renew ourselves because we're spiritual beings. And so you renew yourself. You make a new commitment, a fresh commitment into your relationships. You make a fresh commitment to how you eat. You make a fresh commitment to your life every day. You choose to be fully present and awake and alert.
Yeah.
Right?
So, creativity leads us to intuitive knowing, and then that leads to joyful living. So when you're talking about, well, the ego gets bored with that, that's because we're trying to confine things to that box.
Yeah.
That experience, I've seen that, and this is how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to fit inside the box. But when we quit making things fit inside the box and we lean into our creativity, our imagination, and that box is no longer there, then there's all kinds of potential of how things could happen and come about and what life could look like. It doesn't have to fit the mold of that box, right? Yeah. But as long as we're looking at that box, that creativity is staunched, it's halted, because it has to fit in something. So when we are free of the box, we can lean into the creativity. That's when the divine, because the divine is always speaking, right? The intuitive hunches and stuff are always there. It's just if we're too busy with other things, if we're too busy trying to figure it out, if we're too busy trying to make it fit in the box, we don't hear it.
That's right.
So creativity allows those divine hunches and inspirations to be vocal to us, to be present to us. We can do and experience and dream of things that perhaps we'd never thought of before, right?
Yeah, back in ancient times, they believed that whenever you would come up with an idea or a new invention, or wrote a poem or a song, or did something different, that there were these divine beings who were breathing upon you, okay? And that's what the word inspiration is to breathe in. To breathe in life, to take it in. See, a lot of people are in resistance to life. They're pushing it away. No. Breathe it in. Breathe it in, because once you breathe it in, then you're part of it. And you breathe in those what? Divine ideas. Those spirit ideas that come to you in the moment. That's when they come. When you're open and you're allowing it to come forth. Now, the idea of imagination is, what do you believe that you're capable of? If you use your imagination, what is it you're capable of? Now, some people will look at it and go, well, I can do this, I can do that, and that's all I can do. Well, wait a minute. Don't be so linear. Exaggerate a little bit. What could be possible? What could we do if we wanted to? Right? How could we, we've been talking about here in our community, creating like a separate nonprofit that we could reach out into the community, and maybe help in some way. We've been thinking about that, been imagining, what could that be? What could it be? What would it look like? And that's how you get started. That's how divine ideas come. They just plop in. You breathe in, and there it is. And you say, okay, what is the possibility? What is the potential here? What could we do together? Yeah. Right? And that's thinking outside the box.
So let me ask you this. What do you need right now in this moment as you ponder? What do you need? Maybe you need more joy. Maybe you're looking for love. Maybe, whatever. What do you need? Now, know that it already exists all around you in abundance. So when we're talking about romancing the spirit, what do you do when you want to draw something closer to you? You're romancing it. You're giving it your attention, right? You want to draw it closer to you. It's right out here. It's right here.
Yeah, I see it.
It's right here. Whatever it is, it's right here.
Whatever it is, I see it.
It's recognizing it, giving your attention to it, saying, come here. Come a little closer. let me enjoy you a little bit, right? It's romancing that thing that we want, that
How many
energy.
know that you're in a novel and you're the starring character? So what is your novel? Is it a mystery? Sometimes it is. Is it a drama? What is your novel?
A horror?
A horror story? Are there vampires and wolves and...
Are you the hero or are you the villain?
Well, how are you writing your story? Or do you like a good romance?
Mm-hmm.
Romance, right?
Yeah.
You know, Pablo Picasso said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist. How many know you are the artist of your life? Say it together, I'm an artist.
I'm an artist.
Right? We're all artists. Yeah. We're all creative beings, you know? We're all making art with our lives. Every time you get up in the morning and get dressed, you're creating a little bit of art, right? The way you comb your hair, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you present yourself. It's all in art. You and I, we are performance art in physical form, right? And when you look at it that way and you see it that way, then you, wow. Then how do I want to approach this? Yeah. How do I want to live my life? Right?
So, you know, when you were a child, you would go out, I would go out on a Saturday morning as soon as the sun was up. Now, this was my time, my era when you could do this. And my folks didn't see me again probably until the sun went down. We lived in a subdivision on a circle, and all the kids gathered on the circle, and it was like, okay, whose house are we going to today, and what? And there was so many things that we did that if you were looking at us, you probably didn't know what in the heck. I mean, you know, because we were using our imaginations, and that tree is a fort, or you know, we were making mud pies and selling them as a bakery. I have made more mud pies and eaten more mud pies as a parent, right? Because your kids come to you with this and they go, look, it's my pie. And you don't go, that's mud. No, you go, oh, beautiful pie. Let me eat some of that. Yum, 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 right? Kids, we just full of imagination. We set up little stands on the side of the road with these little Coke dispensers, you know, or the snow cone machines, or making lemonade. You know, the world was our oyster, right? So much imagination. Yeah. Nothing was limited. The world was wide open, and then something happened.
What?
All of a sudden, the adults and the so-called knowledgeable ones, the mature ones, said, grow up. Get your head out of fantasy land. Quit daydreaming. The teachers in school. Quit daydreaming. Wake up. Wake up. Right? And all of a sudden, all of that wonderful, endless imagination was put in a box. Yeah. Was squelched. And we were told it was foolish to spend our time thinking about things that couldn't come about. Yeah. Foolish to spend our time daydreaming, entertaining ideas that couldn't possibly be. Yeah. Thanks, mature adults.
We lost touch with our creative imagination. That's how we create, is through our imagination. What can you imagine the world to be? What can you imagine your life to be? You know? In reality, you see what you expect to see. You see what you expect to see. Well, I'm going to go to this gathering, but I know it's going to be boring. I just hate it that I have to be around all these boring people. I talk a lot about bring the party. You bring the party, right? You bring the joy. You bring the excitement. You bring the fun. And you'll have a party wherever you go. Every gathering you show up to will be a party, right? As long as you're allowed to express yourself a little bit. So there's a lot of folks that have been fallen into this trap of seeing only what they expect to see. And the truth is, we don't see all the possibilities that actually exist where? Right in front of us. Right in front of us. Sometimes somebody will come to me and say, James, I'm looking for the right and perfect person. Looking for the right and perfect person. Where are they? Where are they? And I just look at them and say, oh, wait a minute. They're right in front of you. Right in front of you. Where do you imagine that they are? Because you just told me you don't know where they're at. You're using your imagination to tell me that they're not here. Say it with me. Oh. You just told me they're not here. It's not here. I don't see them. Well, use your imagination. Begin to see them. Begin to see them embody and walk into your life and put their arm around you and say, hello there, big boy. Hello there, lady. I've been looking for you. You've been looking for me. And you envision that, you imagine that, and you feel that. You know, back in the early times, there were many belief systems that were beginning to come forth. And so there were certain people who wanted to make sure that their beliefs and their ideas were the ones that were most important. And so there's a Latin word for imagination. It's imaginatio. Imaginatio. And they would, and especially during biblical times, they would say they do not have the right imaginatio. Their imagination is demonic and is incorrect. But our saints, our prophets, they are divinely inspired. In other words, it's the early version of I'm right, you're wrong. Right? And so they would tell people, you are a sinner. And so what does a little child do when they hear that they're a sinner? They use their imagination to embody that. And they put themselves in that. Oh, I'm a sinner. Obviously, it's a bad thing because you end up in a very fiery place. So what is a sinner? It's a bad, evil, awful, terrible thing. So you imagine yourself as something that is less than whole, less than good. And you do it by using your imagination. Because you will begin to embody these principles and these concepts and these ideas that people give to you, right? But here's the thing. Now, I know a lot of folks, they have this problem with unworthiness and lack of self-worth and I am not valuable. Well, the reason is because you're not imagining what you could be like if you were whole. And so you imagine yourself in your wholeness. You imagine yourself complete. You imagine yourself totally, unconditionally loved. Let's take a breath. Do you see how powerful your imagination is? You can condemn yourself with it, and you can lift yourself up with it. You can create beautiful things with it. When you tell a child that they're a sinner, that they're bad, that they're wrong, then you're cursing them. You're cursing them, right? And so it's important that we speak words of life to each other because your words are containers of energy and power. When you speak, you want to speak from that spirit that is within you. Mm-hmm. Because here's the truth. God is absolutely, totally, and completely head over heels in love with you. You are loved. Mm-hmm. You are loved.
So when we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at change.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Imagination, law of attraction, mind action, prayer, these are all really synonymous. They're really all the same thing. It's being in that space where we're quieting down the negative mind. We're focusing on what we want, what we're looking at, the truth of our being.
Yes.
And bringing that into manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Not being limited by the box. Because the box is made of solid walls and does not allow you to see all the potential dancing around you all the time.
Yeah.
But when we sit in that silence, Charles Fillmore talked about the silence, being in that place where we can just listen and focus on the good, be receptive, and learn to be playful, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Many of us take life way too seriously. And a lot of times that's why, we have a little playful banner, because it throws you off for a moment and you're going, oh, that was an idea I hadn't seen before. Or that was, it's like the ego gets stuck on everything being so serious and it's got to come down right like this. And then you interject something that causes it to go, whoa, wait a minute, where'd that come from? So we have to put some humor in our life, some
absolutely
playfulness.
Yeah.
Some playfulness.
Because when you laugh, you open up. You open up. Laughter is a great way to break apart those serious vibes, so that you can open more to the flow. Because laughter is flow, right? Yeah. Joy is flow. Peace is flow. It's all flow. So if you're in the flow, then you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
But if you're stuck in your head and that's all you can see and that's all you can think, then you know that you're not complete yet, because you need your left brain. Don't get me wrong. How many understand you need your left brain? You need to know when to get out of the rain. Mm-hmm. You need to know how to balance your checkbook, right? There's certain skills that you use your left brain for. Yep. Rational, logical, it's good, it's wonderful. But you've got to be whole. You want to be whole-brained. You want to connect, because most people have been taught that, this right brain thinking is like, that's just, that's childish, it's kid stuff. Yeah. Yes, it is. And Jesus said, if you want to live in the kingdom of God, then you must become like that little child. Yeah. If you want to see who you really are, who you could be, watch little children play. Mm. They're out there, they're playing, they're talking, they're giggling, they're jumping, they're running. You know what? They're getting their exercise. They're taking deep breaths. They're playing, right? They're enjoying their lives. Isn't that what we want? Mm-hmm. Right? And so, you watch kids and they'll argue over, well, this is mine. No, that's mine. They'll argue for a few minutes, and then 5 minutes later, they're sitting down eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich together, because they don't hold on to it, right? Until we as adults teach them, oh, little Susie really did you wrong, right? And then they watch us and they see how we try to exact vengeance on other people and get revenge. I'll show them. Right? Right? And that's where they pick it up. We look at our kids and go, where did they learn that from? Guess what?
Yeah. So we're going to continue this vein of thought next week. But for this week, remember that imagination is really the forming of your thoughts.
Yeah.
And so as you go through your week this week, notice where your thoughts are, where your attention is landing, and how you might change what you're looking at so that what you're looking at changes.
Yeah. Because that's what faith is.
Yeah. And we'll pick up this vein next week.
Faith is imagination. Faith is the substance of things that you are hopeful of, the evidence of things that you can't see with your physical eye, but you're seeing it with what? This eye. Mm-hmm. Your mind. With your mind's eye. How many know that your mind is an eye? And Jesus said that if your eye is single, your whole body will be filled with light. Mm-hmm. Enlightenment. You want to be enlightened? Use your imagination. Use your imagination. Let's take a breath together. Just be aware of your sacred breath. Know that you're in a safe place this morning. We only want to do good for you. We don't have any hidden agendas. We're just here to hang out together, to love each other the best way that we can. And God is here now. God is here now. God is here now. God is here.
Love is here now. Love is here now. Love is here now. Love is here now.
Peace 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 is here now. Peace is here. We are here now. We are here now. We are here now. We are here. We are here right now. I invite you now to just rest in this moment. Just let go of the stress. All of the have-tos and all of the anxieties that we put ourselves through on a consistent basis. Just let it all go for a moment. Can you do that? Just imagine yourself totally unburdened. What would that feel like? How would you feel? To be completely at ease. in a state of perfect grace. In a very receptive space where you could receive whatever you need in the moment, whatever you need, because it's here for you. You have the power within you to change your life, change your thoughts, change your experience, change your thoughts, change your relationships. So breathing gently and easily. Using your imagination. What is it? What is the most important thing for you to do next? What is the next step for you? What do you imagine that it could be? And as a sign to the universe, just take a deep breath. Breathing in the inspiration, breathing in the divine ideas that are circling around you. Allow them to come to you now. An idea whose time has come. And whatever it is, see yourself embodying it, living it, acting it out. This is true faith. I know who I am. I am a child of God with unlimited potential. And I'm open to receive. So this morning, my prayer for you is that you might experience a breakthrough in your life. A breaking out of the box into that one-of-a-kind, open-minded, beautiful state of grace, way of being. Allow yourself to feel it and to know it within your heart. If you need more love, imagine yourself receiving it. See people showing up in your life and sharing with you and offering their care, their concern, their attention, their time. Can you do that? Yes, you can. If you need more income and you want to be one who is prosperous, and you want to live in that abundant flow, just imagine a waterfall of abundance. Imagine it. And hold that vision. And then tell yourself, I always have everything that I need when I need it. I can do whatever I need to do. I live in this abundant state. And one more thing. What kind of a world do you want to live in? What can you imagine? Can you imagine people working together, coming up with new, creative, inventive ideas to help us with our health, to help us with our education, to help us see things in a new and more enlightened way? How could we work together to bring that about? Can you see it? Can you imagine it? And so now for just a moment, I invite you to sit in the stillness and to allow yourself to be breathed upon by that divine Spirit. Allow the Spirit to be close closer than your breath. In you, with you, around you, for just a moment. And now we hold our community, we hold our family, our friends, our loved ones in this moment. We surround them with our prayers. We send our appreciation, our gratitude, and we hold them in that beautiful Christ spirit, in that loving awareness. May all needs be met. May all know that God is their source. In the name of the Christ and all this sacred, holy, and good. Let's take another breath together. And so it is. So it is. I invite you to reach and stretch and release as we slowly turn the lights back on, feeling alert and awake, feeling good.
Jeff came to be with us this morning, even though he has an event that he has to race off to that happens at noon. So could we just please give Jeff some love?
We love you, Jeff. Thank you.
We so appreciate everything that you lend to our service, Jeff, and appreciate you making time to be here.
Hello, Unity Community. My name is Lisa Munoz. It's my honor to be your platform assistant this morning. Now I hear my voice. Thank you. Thank you, Kayla and Sharon, whoever helped me. So we are vibrant Unity Community. We have a lot going on between services. And the best place for you to find out what's happening in terms of classes, events, social opportunities, if you need spiritual connection, just go on the website. Everything is listed there. Find that events heading, click on it, the calendar rolls out, and you can just look through the week and see everything that's going on. I wanted to call your attention to a couple extra special things so you can mark your calendar. This Wednesday, June 7th, we've got game night. This is our monthly game night that we do here, 6:30 to 8. You can bring your favorite game and a snack. We've also got games here, but it's just come for some fun, come for some fellowship, relax, take a load off, enjoy, maybe get your competitive streak going a little bit and some of your favorite games. So that's this Wednesday. And then a week from today, on June 11th, next Sunday, is our monthly community potluck. So bring something that you'd like to share, and then right after service, we'll meet outside under the pavilion, unless the weather's doing something unusual, and we can enjoy these beautiful summer days together. It's just so nice for us to have time to eat a meal together, share conversation without rushing off, just enjoy being together. So plan on that. We'd love to see you there next Sunday. And then 2 weeks from today, the following Sunday, on June 18th, we're hosting a workshop. It's called Prayer Essentials, and I'm leading that workshop. And I would love to see you there. This is just 1 hour right after service, and it's a time for you to learn more about how Unity approaches prayer. So if you're new to Unity and you've heard us talk about affirmative prayer and you're not sure what that means or how it's different, come for this. We're going to have a lot of hands-on opportunities. If you're a seasoned Unity person and you just want to go deeper in prayer, come also, because we're going to practice centering prayer. So we're going to talk about praying with words, which we do with each other and when we do out loud. And we're also going to talk about praying without words, which is almost like a meditation. That's our centering prayer practice. So I'd love to share more about both of those things with you on June 18th. And now I want to turn to welcoming anyone who's here for the first time. Do we have anyone here today who's come for the first time? Yay, thank you. Thanks for acknowledging that. We just want to welcome you, and we thank you for being here with us. And we hope that you got a connection card, and if you didn't, you did. Yay, you're awesome. All right. It goes in the box in the back over there, and then we can reach out to you and stay connected with you and let us know what's happening. And if you are new online, please send us an email, and we'll do the same thing. We'll get you connected with our newsletter, and if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them for you. We have a prayer chaplain. We always have prayer chaplains here to pray with you. Today it happens to be me. I'm wearing a lot of hats today. So I will be right over there right after service, and I would love to pray with you. So if you have something weighing on your heart, or if you have a joyful experience you'd like to pray in gratitude about, I would love to share that prayer with you. So I'll meet you right over there in our prayer corner after the service. And of course, all of us always have silent unity there for us. I want to say 24/7, but Leah's telling me that the schedule might be changing a little bit, so we've got to find out more about that. But you can pray online for sure 24/7 with them. And if you are able to call during their hours, they are marvelous. So you can reach out anytime, any place with that. And lastly, let's take a moment to thank our volunteers. We have amazing people who give of their time, energy, heart, and soul to make our church amazing. It takes a lot of hearts and hands to run this place, so can we please thank everyone who volunteers? Thank you, volunteers. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, at this time, I want to give everyone the opportunity to support the mission and vision of our Unity community, and giving back to where you are fed and nourished is one of the greatest things you can do to change yourself and to change your world, right? So what did we learn today? Imagination, yeah. And this is wisdom that everybody needs, I believe. Don't you think? So your support makes this happen. And we want to thank all of our folks who are consistent givers who give on a regular basis. Thank you for that. We really appreciate it. Those that are watching online, I know that some of you out there are supporting us regularly, and we thank you. Let's give our online folks a hand this morning. All of our consistent givers. Absolutely. So we now affirm that we have a growing spiritual community. At Unity, we always have more than we need. Double and triple, that's how we grow. We claim our prosperity. Our loving source abundantly provides the highest good in all of our lives. We claim divine love and all good grace. We behold the Christ in every face. Time after time and day after day, we declare and decree our ever-expanding prosperity. Money for our mission, money for our vision comes to us easily, effortlessly, and continuously. We feel it in our hearts. We see it in our minds. The manifestation arrives always on time. And we are grateful. Say it with me. I matter. And I make a difference. And let's say this together, our affirmation. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all I receive, and all that I am. Yeah. All right. So we're going to mention about the essential oils? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I know, but should you tell everybody?
Oh, well, you go ahead. My microphone's on.
Oh, okay. Linda Smith is going to be doing an essential oils workshop for us, but we've decided to postpone it for now to the fall and give folks time to, there's so much going on. And so we're really looking forward to that. I want to be there. I want to be a part of that because I know there's so much about these essential oils that I've been learning about, and Leah and I, we use them all the time, and it's just a natural way to heal yourself in many ways, okay? So Daniel DeMond is coming tonight, 6 o'clock. Tonight. Be here. Okay? I mean, it's the hottest ticket in town is right here at the Unity of Greenville. So join us tonight, 6 o'clock, and you can write a check, you can give cash or whatever you need to do, but come on out and let's have a good time together. And as you participate in these events that we have, then that tells us, yes, we like that, we want more of that, right? If you don't participate, we go, okay, well, they obviously don't like that, they don't want that, But we need your participation, and so please come on out for that. All right, you feeling good? Yes. You feeling all right? You think you're going to make it another week? If you are, let's stand up.
Sweet Lamar jumped on the drums thinking we were doing a closing song. Oh, thank you.
Hey, we will. Don't go anywhere. All right. Hey, I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Let's say together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. For wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right, there's some goodies in the back that you can enjoy. There's also a welcome center in the back with all kinds of little things to look at in the community room. And so let's partake together. All right. I sing my love, I sing my love, sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love